Right, I will show you how to work out the volume of this cone. This is quite a difficult GCSE style exam question to work out the volume of this cone. Right, the formulas are given for a volume of a cone and the curved surface area of the cone. Right, the curved surface area meaning everything here, right, which I'm highlighting. So everything that's wrapped around that makes up the cone. Right, here we go. The diameter of the base of the cone is 24x, given here. The height is 16x. The curved surface area of the cone is this. Right, obviously that's related to this thing over here. That gives you the curved surface area of the cone, and the value of that is given as what you see here. So we need to understand what this pi RL is. Well, R is the radius of the circle of the base. And the L is a slanted height. Okay, you can see here the slanted height. Whichever side you want to take. This one here, for example, that's the L. Okay, that's the L there. And obviously that's the vertical height. So if I just show you here then, on this one here, the radius is not 24x, half of 24x is 12x. And the height, already given in the question, the vertical height from the center of the circle to the top is 16x. So what I want to do is work out this. I want to work out this over here. Right, this length over here. Right, which is part of the formula. Look, it's part of the formula right there. This bit here. That's what I want to work out. Now, obviously, that's a right angle triangle. Two sides are given, and I want to work out the longest side. Obviously, that's going to be Pythagoras. So to work out L, I'm telling the examiner what I'm going to do. To work out L, I'm going to use Pythagoras. 16x squared. 16x squared plus the 12x squared. Right, this needs simplifying a little bit, so you can use a calculator. This is a calculator question, by the way. Get my calculator. So 16 squared gives me 256. And x squared is obviously x squared there. Right, 12 squared is 144 x squared. So we can simplify that a little bit more. 256 add 144, so 256 x squared plus the 144 x squared gives you 400 x squared. Right, I've just simplified what's under the square root symbol. Now, square root of 400 is 20. And square root of x squared is just the inverse operation. Square root of x squared just leaves you with x. So the value of L we just worked out as 20x. Right, we can now apply our formula, pi RL. So this is curved surface area we're talking about. Pi RL, which is given as this value over here. Now, one thing we can do, we've got pi's on both sides, we can cancel these straight away. You can divide by pi on both sides, these will cancel. So that's what you're left with. RL is equal to 2160, but wait, we know the value of L already, we just worked it out, didn't we? It's right here. So that's R times 20x. So the value of R, we know, we can say that R over here, we already know that as 12x. So I'm going to put that there now. We know the value of R, the radius of the circle is 12x, this thing over here. So I should have put that there already. So let's see what that equals to. let's simplify. 12 times 20 gives you the 240, and x times x is obviously x squared. Right, so x squared is equal to, well, divide by 240. To get rid of times by 240, you need to divide by 240 both sides. So x squared is equal to this. Let's simplify this a bit. 2160 divided by 240 gives you 9. Right, x squared is equal to 9. All right, x squared is equal to 9. Therefore, we know x is equal to 3. Right, square root of x squared, sorry, square root of 9 is 3. Right, we're not going to say plus and minus 3. All right, it has to be a positive number because we're talking about lengths. What I'd like to do now is work out the volume of the cone. The volume of the cone is given here. They're saying it's v pi, but then there's a formula for working out volume of a cone. So here we go then. We've got 1/3 multiplied by pi. Radius is here, look, 12x. But remember, we're squaring it in the formula. And the vertical height, h, is given as 16x. I want to simplify this a little bit, but I want to preserve the pi. You'll see why in a moment. Let's simplify this. So I've got 12 squared is 144 times a 16. And then don't forget to divide by 3 because we're trying to find 1/3. That gives me 768 pi. Because remember, I've not used the pi in my calculation yet. I've just left it as pi in terms of pi so far. And don't forget, x squared times x. We're not adding, but we're timesing now. X squared times x is x cubed. Right, that represents the volume, but it says here in the question the volume is v pi. Right, it's this v I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to work out the volume. Remember, find v, that there. That's what I'm trying to find. You can see here there's pi's on both sides. So if I divide by pi, both sides, these will cancel. So I'm just left with 768 x cubed is equal to v, the volume. But wait, do I know the value of x? It's right here. 768, replace the x with 3, so that'll be times 3 cubed. My volume is 20,736. Now these measurements are in centimeters. The lengths are in centimeters, so this will have to be centimeter cubed because I'm working out volume. Right, here's the answer.